all probably know, this guy right here is my favorite Marvel superhero and probably my favorite superhero in general. But he's going through a dark time. Or at the very least he had been. From things like him dying in Doc Ock's body and Doc Ock becoming the Superior Spider-Man, or Superior Spider-Man starting his own tech company to rival Tony Stark, and then Peter Parker appropriating that tech company, hope I'm using that word right, becoming the all-new, all-different Spider-Man with his technology and all that, to even further be a rival for Tony Stark. Then losing all that to go stop Superior Octopus from taking over his company and then destroying his company. Then he became the laughingstock of, like, the superhero community and of the real world because Peter Parker, the failed businessman, living on Mockingbird's couch. She was secretly a Hydra agent, and nothing ever came of that. You kidding me? She got nothing for any of that? She just walked away scot-free, and then Peter getting a black suit so he could go stop the Red Goblin, as well as, I think, Flash Thompson dying because of that. Let's just leave it at I didn't have high hopes for this book, especially since it was written by that guy who made
Hail Hydra.
Hail Hydra, Captain America, the superior foes of Spider-Man. Say Superior Spider-Man, I'm getting the hell out of here! Boomerang,
You can't
run!
escape, coward.
I mean, I was actually sticking to Chip Zdarsky's Spider-Man. I mean, sure, Peter Parker started off like a feminine jack-off, but through great moments like revealing himself to J. Jonah Jameson because JJ was depressed, or fighting off some armed goons in a makeshift Spider-Man costume. Side his past self, that was pretty interesting. Chip proved he was up to bat, like that one guy in gym class who sucks at baseball, then proves himself to be the best player. However, this has been a fun little journey for the, 3 issues I got this. I've been meaning to get a subscription. So right now I'm blowing out more money than I kind of want to, because I kind of just want to go to my comic store to buy action figures and Peter Parker, the Spectacular Spider-Man. I might add this to my pull list as well. Yikes. I mean, the comic even starts out with a moment with Mary Jane and Peter Parker, and since he was in the black suit, I'm thinking, oh, brand new day, one more day crap. And indeed, it was, in fact, a flashback. Sorry, guys. We get introduced to the status quo of Spider-Man's roommate, I think being Boomerang, and his other roommates, as he explains what a really crappy week he's been having. Like some high-tech device being built that can tell if you plagiarize, because Marvel Universe, and it seems he plagiarized from Doc Ock, because Doc Ock was in his body at the time. Telling this to Mary Jane, and yeah. At first I thought that this was going to go nowhere. In the Daily Bugle, even then, and Aunt May being so disappointed in him. And this crap right here. That's so crushing. And an advertisement for the Fantastic Four coming back. Like the new suits. And please, Dan Slott, don't screw this up. That's all I'm asking. Wait, wasn't the Thing still in the main Marvel Universe? Whatever. Fake alien invasion with it actually being Mysterio. I actually love this moment here. It is I, Mysterio, who engineered their greatest defeat, and soon they will bow before my... Oh, hell. And of course he gets the absolute crap beaten out of him. And as Peter Parker thinks he's about to go sacrifice himself to destroy this thing, he thinks about everything and... Well? Sorry, Pete, you're actually alive. Also, someone else pointed this out. He got his hand cut off in Scarlet Spider. How does he still have his hand? Either way, he's narrating all this, and it turns out he's talking to Mary Jane. And it looks like they'll be getting back together, and then there's a bonus story, and Peter Parker, and Mysterio. Some demon or something. I don't really know at all. Spider-Man's going back to college under Dr. Connors, who I guess is able to control the lizard. Again, I mean, yeah, I remember that from Superior Spider-Man, but this issue is, fantastic. This one is okay. This one just serves to get the plot going, start off with some filler and some fighting villains and a bit of bad jokes. Because weird Spider-Man writing. This is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Okay, actually the art's a little weird. Mary Jane looks like she has some really massive feet there. Maybe I'm looking at this at an angle, or maybe it's because this was really zoomed in right there. Yeah, it looks semi-normal when I zoom out, but when you go up close, it looks fucking weird. But Dr. Connors and Spider-Man and things going down and supervillains, Taskmaster and some other guy who I don't recognize coming over here to go. Oh, he's called Black Ant. It says so right there. They go to fight him, and then Spider-Man shows up. But Peter Parker's still here. And this is where it gets interesting. Because I actually bought this recently. It seems Peter Parker and Spider-Man have split. It kind of reminds me of that one Batman the Animated Series episode where Batman was in that world created by the Mad Hatter. The difference is this being split. Now, Peter Parker can go and, be happy and live with Mary Jane. Well, this thing, can it even take off the mask? How does this eat? How does it survive? I don't even know. And also some weird dumb jokes, because not funny. Spidey can't do his stuff. He's lost his spider strength, which sucks when he's helping Aunt May. Then there's this Spider-Man running around. And he could, as he even mentions, he could settle down, go to college and all that. And get a degree. However, it's Peter Parker. There is no way in hell that he would, just... Wait a minute. I'm actually not entirely sure if Dr. Curt Connors knows that Peter Parker is Spider-Man. Also, that looks like a neat little thing, but he shows his device, which might be the reason why, they split that mouse in two, which is weird. But Spider-Man's probably going to try to find a way to reverse this, because he's Peter Parker and great responsibility and all that, and Tri-Sentinels! Yeah, and that's just an abridged cut. But I say, so far, this book has been better than I expected, because I expected it to be worse than Dan Slott's, worst of writing. It's actually been pretty decent. So I guess this and Spectacular Spider-Man, as well as anything else Zdarsky's doing, was that Marvel 2-in-1, and the Immortal Hulk, probably the only things keeping Marvel afloat right now. Well, that's my review, guys. I hope you got something out of this. Maybe a recommendation for this book right here. So, yeah, have a good day, everyone.